Hi guys, I thought maybe I would get on here and just talk to you about a few little things, ideas to do with your baby and fun activities. As you can see, my dog is helping me this afternoon. He's my helper since I've been at home. He is my best friend. He follows me everywhere I go. So if you ever see him in the back of one of my videos or you hear him while we're chatting on the phone or doing a video, that'd be the guy. His name's Ozzy. Ozzy, see? He responds to his name. Anyway, so I was thinking about a few different things, and when you have little ones, what are some things that you can do just to entertain them at home, play with them? I know when my kids were little, it was really hard to always find activities and things, or I would get tired of the stuff that I had at home or the toys, and I didn't always want to go out and get more stuff because I just had to find a place to put everything. So when you think about the context of what kids like to do, they like to open and close things. They like to twist lids off of things or dump things out. If you have anything at home where they can empty out a cabinet or a container and then they leave the mess, that's because they enjoy taking stuff. They like that cause and effect, watching something drop to the floor and then walking off and then you get to pick it up. But that is learning for them, and they experience watching things visually as things fall off of a shelf, or the weight of an object, or even if they pick something up and try to put it back on a shelf. Those things are learning activities, and it gives them something to do. And sometimes you'll find kids actually prefer some of those activities than playing with their own toys. It's very interesting. It's neat. That's probably one of my favorite things to do with this job is I love to sit back and really get to learn and know a child, because each child learns and reacts differently to different activities and situations. And I love to see what their play skills are and how they enjoy picking up something and looking at it and exploring it with their mouth or playing with it in their hands or just staring at an object and figuring out what to do with it. It's probably my favorite thing. I love it. So, some different things. If you have things at home, any type of a basket or a container is always fun because kids also like to look for things. So whether you hide something in the basket or a container and you flip it over and then you make them, oh, where'd it go? Where you're looking for a hidden object is always good. Or taking a basket and just filling it up with some things. Find some things around the house, whether it's measuring cups or spoons, or let's say you have some bells or some balls, and you can do any sizes or shapes and put them in there. You can shake it to make some sounds. It's visually stimulating, and it gives them the opportunity to see everything kind of in one place, and then they can work on picking objects up out of a basket and then taking each one and just watching to see how it operates or what they can do with it. And then when they take an object out, label it for them. Tell them, ball. And on this ball, there's actually a picture of a puppy on it. So you can label, oh, dog. And you could do a dog sound with it. And then you could do an activity where you roll the ball back and forth with your child. This ball has lots of fun stuff. This ball is so old, I've had it forever, but it is my absolute favorite. So again, you can label the ball and then you can play a game where you roll the ball back and forth. You can do some sharing and some turn taking. My turn, your turn. And think about this, even when babies are really little, they will understand language long before they will actually use the words. So having objects and labeling them and identifying them is so important because they will understand that part of it before they will ever say the words. And it's always good to work on ball play because it helps them to learn to stabilize in sitting up and in mobility and moving back and forth and shifting their weight as they're trying to play ball with you. And it's a great social engaging activity. And then when you go off and need to make dinner, and if there's an older sibling, they can play ball back and forth and have some sibling and peer interaction as well. And even something as simple as, these are just some little red and white flowers, and you can cut them out of something, or sometimes if you go to the Dollar Tree, you can find super cheap and fun little activities that take just a little bit of creativity or imagination, and you can just throw them up in the air and let them land to the ground. So then you can work on words like up and down. You can work on labeling the colors, plus they feel really soft and kids can pick them up, and you can give them some direction as in, can you put the flowers in the basket? and then you can show them what you mean by that verbal direction. And then you could even fill the bucket up and put all of these flowers in the bucket. And you could let them see them, and you could dump them over the top of their head and go, woo! And I guarantee you they will smile or laugh. And then you can help fill out the bucket again, and then they can have a turn and time to do it to you. And if you're working with a younger baby who's sitting up, these are great activities where you can put a basket in front of their legs and just help position them in a position. So when they're sitting, this helps them to sit up a little bit better. And then you can put all these fun activities inside the basket. They can use the basket to help assist them in this prop sitting position. And then they can reach and grab and strengthen their body and work on positioning while they're doing that as well. And again, finding things around the house. So if they're working on this position or even in some tall kneeling, you can take this basket and you can even flip it over and have them work on getting up on their knees like so. And then they can hold on to the basket and do some activities. So just some food for thought, and you can try some of those activities and see if those are fun. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.